We'll do it live. God damn it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
I think we're live. All right, live in 1 second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Should I go on my...
Oh, do it if you want. Yeah. I am terrible at this. Well, there's no one watching. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Triggerman podcast, episode 21, with Mr. Stephen Brewer. That guy right there.
Yeah, right on. All my friends are going to know about you. All three of them.
That's how I feel as well. It's like, welcome to my house, by the way. And
yeah, thank you for having. Yeah,
even though
amazing coffee.
Yes, I know.
I feel like I talk a lot, and you just shot yourself in the foot.
Sorry,
I stutter a little bit too. So
I don't give a fuck. So I'm fueled with heavy doses of caffeine. We have one person watching live, and then
the Triggerman podcast.
The Triggerman podcast.
Not Trigger within. You're too famous. If I type in at Jimmy Trigger, like 45 things pop up.
Yeah, and I gotta have anything with the name Trigger on it. Like I'll have it. Man. So what else?
You should patent the term triggered. You know, when people get angry.
Oh, I there was a tweet a couple of months ago. Something happened. Some catastrophe happened. Some nonsense, politics nonsense.
Okay.
And I don't get into politics or anything like that. Like whatever.
Either.
And I just tweeted like, so triggered, I'm taking it back. I'm like, so like fuck off. Like,
because didn't Gene Simmons try to like patent the term OJ, like orange juice?
Oh, I don't know, but I know Paris Hilton. What the fuck? I was talking to Ashley about this the other day.
I think it was That's Hot.
That's hot.
Yeah.
That's hot.
That's hot.
And then she patented it.
She did.
Yeah. And then like people tried.
That's kind of hot, actually.
But you see, that's not patented.
She just made money.
She did. But there's the thing. Then people tried to do like their own versions. Oh, that's hot. And goes, oh no, sorry, cease and desist, bitch. Like give me my money.
That's lukewarm. Gotcha.
Yeah. That's mildly kind of whatever.
Oh my god, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's we live in a fucking
2019.
Yeah, it's
February 1st.
Yes.
How does that feel?
It's my shoulder hurts, my back hurts, and I feel kind of old sometimes.
Yeah. I can't believe it's 2019. Like when I hear the term like 20 years ago, I think of the 80s.
Again, talking the other day, and what did she say? It was like I said, I turned to her, she's like, when did you start doing drugs? Because it was like the weirdest thing she's ever said. She's like, dude, this time next year it'll be 2020. Yeah. That was 20 years since 2000. I was like, either that's just you're really good at basic math or you're high as fuck right now. He goes, no, that's amazing.
She's a woman of facts.
Yeah, well, there you go. And math.
But isn't that crazy? Like, yeah, I remember like as a kid, like 2020, flying cars and shit.
Yeah.
You know, like
Back to the Future looks real dumb right about now.
I feel like Blade Runner should be like running here right now.
Have I watched? I have I get confused.
The first one. I haven't seen the second one.
The old one.
The one.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. How
amazing.
Dare I?
I love this. I went to what is it called? Like a Barnes and Noble last night.
I love Barnes and Noble.
I got Gremlins for like $4. The Shining for $5. The 80s has all the best movies.
Okay, Shining is the greatest movie of all time. But whatever about that, we tried to watch Gremlins like either last Christmas and it was so fucking shit. I was like, I've watched it like 100 times, and it was awesome when you're like, if you watch the first Jurassic Park now, you're like, oh Jesus, it's actually terrible. Like, but it's still awesome. But Gremlins is like so fucking shit. It's insane. If
you watch any of the new Jurassic Parks, you think this is shit too.
Yeah, but that's because I don't. They're just
bad.
I'm not, do it. And I'm not like
your childhood will just get control. I'll delete it if you do that.
What's his name? Jeff Goldblum. Is that his name? If he's not in it, I'm not interested.
Jeff Goldblum should run for president.
Did you know? Here's a fun fact because you live in Hollywood. Okay, anyway, everyone, Stephen Brewer.
Hey,
there you go.
Am I supposed to look in your
direction? No, whatever.
Okay,
it's all good.
Look at Batman.
Yeah, look at Michael Keaton behind me. Jeff Goldblum plays in a bar up the street from your house.
In Silver Lake, it's the Mildred.
It's
Orchestra.
It's Vermont and Hollywood, and it's like this weird little bar,
Mildred
piano bar.
Spritzer's Orchestra,
something like that.
Hal Sparks has told me about that. He's like,
I went once.
It's on a Wednesday, right?
It's amazing. Yeah, I don't know what day it is, but I went in, and you get your fucking cocktail or whatever the 500 drink cocktails, and like then he's up there playing fucking whatever, just. And like after every song, like taking requests from the people, and they're like, "What do you want? What do you want to hear?"
So, do we have any requests from the audience?
Yeah,
you over there? Do you like Jimmy Buffett? I love him. You know, he's like doing that with his hands all the time.
Best. It's so I love him. I think he's great.
I think he's a genius.
The Fly. Have you ever seen The Fly?
I have.
It's terrifying, actually.
Or even is The Fly? What was the other one? Earth Girls Are Easy. He was in that one with Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's in
first
that
movie.
Yeah, that was and he's stylish.
Who is
Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah. He's like. at the time I saw him, because it's kind of Silver Lake, so anyone that isn't from here, Silver Lake, it's like super hipsterville, whatever. I brought my brother there last week because he's a fucking super hipster. He just is
from Ireland, correct?
Yes,
that's awesome. You guys have a good time.
Yeah, but like I'll give him credit. Like I brought him out, and everyone around here is like, everyone's an actor, you know, everyone's something. It's like, you're not. You work in Starbucks, and don't be ashamed of that. It's totally fine.
I'm a barista.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I baristaed you that coffee about 10 minutes ago.
Right.
But I was like, I said he went to college for theater acting. So like he just graduated top of his class. Well, a girl graduated ahead of him, and then he was like second top of his class or something like that. So he's like a professional theater actor.
Okay.
And he goes, John, I'll bring you to where all the actors work or live, and Silver Lake, where all the hipsters are.
Hub.
Yeah. And but it's awesome. I love Silver Lake. It's the best. But that's where then Jeff Goldblum is there, and he's dressed like funny hat hipster with sunglasses inside at night, and it's just like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
My bucket list is to meet him.
You just go. He's up the street.
I met Geddy Lee on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
So now I have to meet Jeff Goldblum, and then I can just get hit by a car.
It's just two guys that wear sunglasses inside. Like that's about it.
Two guys. You're like, when you think of like awesome, you think of Geddy Lee and Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, all right.
Like if I could have coffee with anyone other than yourself, I mean, could you like imagine like sitting at like a coffee table? Like we got like, okay, cool, let's have coffee with like Kurt Cobain, or let's have coffee with this person. But like me, Geddy Lee, and Jeff Goldblum, that'd be pretty cool. You know,
it's like, before I fucking mess it. That's Rush, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you have a Rush thing?
No, not yes. Oh man, dude, Rush is amazing. Like people look at me, they're like, "Oh man, you're Mr. Brutal Metal Extreme." Like, I like Demi Borgir and Emperor, but I like Rush and No Doubt as well.
Oh, Ashley loves No Doubt. It's her favorite. Gwen Stefani went to her high school.
Really?
Yeah, Orange County.
Oh yes, right. Yeah.
She's obsessed with her.
I mean, this is California. This is where all the famous people are. Right?
So like that's what Ashley just wants to be, the metal Gwen Stefani. Like it's hilarious. It's quite funny actually. But
No Doubt.
No,
yeah, right.
No, I love the fucking No Doubt. Like, so for anyone that doesn't know, you are a musician, guitar player. You're a fucking insane guitar player. Like, it's absurd. I don't need to fucking blow smoke up your ass, whatever. You're an insane guitar player.
I do my job
and
best
then,
I can.
What pissed me off a few minutes before I started, pressed the live thing, is you told me your age, and that just pissed me off because I was like, oh no, I think I hate this guy. You said
I can almost vote. I'm 1 more year and I can vote.
You said you're 27?
27.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not 27. But it's like guys like you, and then the guy that's like the drummer in my band. Like he's only 22 and absurd talent.
Your band was amazing, by the way. At the Whiskey, like super good. Like I was thoroughly impressed. If you guys. Is that where they're looking at me?
Yeah, there's a kind of webcam.
Go check out his band.
Yeah, you should check out
Trigger Within.
You should check out my band. It's a poster right there somewhere.
They're everywhere. And this is the guy. No, seriously, like you guys are like legitimately really, really good.
It was all right.
That's why I bought a CD, because I was like, this deserves like
if I give you one word of advice, the Whiskey's cool, as in like it's a cool venue.
Oh yeah, to say you played it, yeah.
To say you played it.
Sounds hit and miss.
It's more miss than hit. Let me put it that way.
But you guys crush it, man. Because I really wasn't familiar with your band at all.
I've never seen my band, so don't worry about it.
But I was like, cool. Like obviously you and I became friends recently, and through mutual friends. I want to come check it out, and I was like, hot damn, really cool, cool.
That was what I was going to say to you, because I was trying to multitask and text at the same time. This podcast is just a sad excuse for me to actually be social.
Exactly.
That's it.
This is the first time we've ever hung out.
Yeah, everyone. Pretty much. Like high fived, said what's up.
So if you don't see a part 2, you realize that we actually don't like each other. Like you're like, so we hung out. That guy's a dick.
Yeah, I'm blocking you immediately.
yeah.
I was like, you'll leave my house. Be like, God damn it.
You're like, man.
All right, my cat's like.
How can I remove that from YouTube?
Yeah. It's there for. It's not there for. Well,
yeah.
My cat's like you, so it's all good.
Yeah.
But
you named one after me.
Yeah. I didn't know that was happening, but yes, that's what I did.
It was meant to be.
But so basically, my excuse is to just get people in that I don't really know. Like, dude, I've had everyone from fucking, as I talk, like pastors and fucking other musicians, and I've had bodybuilders and models and all this.
Like myself,
I'm totally built like a fuck, just built.
Not at all.
But it's just my excuse just to get people and to talk to them, and fucking be like, I don't know these fuck. I was telling you, I was in Chase Bank earlier today, and the guy was trying to help me out with an account. I spent like fucking 40 minutes talking about Armenia with him.
Yeah,
because this old man comes over, and he kind of interrupts no, I don't give a fuck, whatever. He goes, you just said something like, I don't speak Armenian, so I'm not going to blah, 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 whatever the fuck it is. And I asked the bank teller, I was like, what language was that? Just curious.
Yeah.
I'm here with you. He interrupted. So I'm just saying, what language is that? And he goes, oh, it's Armenian. He goes, oh, just watched the thing last night about Armenia with Anthony Bourdain. And then we got into that fucking thing and talking about like people and like cultures. And like this guy is just trying to fucking open a checking account.
So when is he going to be on the podcast? You're like, actually on Tuesday.
Yeah. Actually, he's here in an hour.
Yeah. He's like,
come on in. Join.
Yeah.
But it's just like, there are moments that like I'm like, oh, holy fuck, and I'm looking at myself from the outside going, I'm being social, check me out, look at me, I'm a human being, oh my god, and I'm genuinely interested in engaging with people I don't know. So, and as we were talking before that,
and his interest has integrity. Like it's not just like, hey, how's your day going? It's cool. Yeah, whatever. Care. Yeah, like it's more like, hey man, like everyone has a story. Let me just kind of like get through the first layer of yours. You know, it's cool. I dig it.
I do. I'll always say, you know, Larry David, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Have you ever watched Curb Your Enthusiasm? Oh my god!
Is that like a Netflix thing?
Dude, no, it's been around for like 12 years. It's like one of the greatest shows ever. Fuck yes. Okay.
In a world with cable.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, right. So the main writer and producer of Seinfeld, you know what Seinfeld is?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
His name is Larry David, and then he started his own show, and it's like a kind of like mockumentary reality, but it's not reality, but like because he plays himself, and there's like famous actors in it, and they play themselves. But his attitude is just, it's me. Like he's just this fucking horrifically, brutally honest, like dead straight talking fucking Jewish dude that drives a Prius. And like he goes, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Whatever.
So he speaks his mind.
He speaks his mind all the time, though, inappropriately. And it's like he has a famous line going, I don't stop and chat. And he goes, what do you mean? He goes, like, you know, he's like, hey, like people walk up and go, oh, how you doing? Have you having a good? I don't stop and chat. So that's why I adopted that philosophy. I don't stop and chat.
Yeah.
I was like, I just have no interest. Before I press play, I was like, I can't. You started doing this motion, like, hey man, how you doing? I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't know if there's something wrong with me or everyone's walking around pretending that they care, but I don't fucking care. But I hope you have a nice day, and that I can live with.
I wish you the best.
Fuck yeah. I hope you're awesome.
I don't need to know about all your kids and what they do, but I wish you the best.
I don't give a shit. Like I got shit to do. I got cats, bro. I gotta go feed them. Like so.
Your cats are cool, by the way.
I know.
Kevin and Stephen.
Yeah.
All right.
Professors, doctors, a lot. Like so.
Felines.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Like so. Okay, so you are from North Carolina.
I am from North Carolina,
and you moved out here just like everybody else, like me.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting that you say that because it's really rare that you find someone that was born and raised in LA. Yeah. Because I think that LA is kind of seen as like, you know, like you make the journey to it. Like you make the journey to the promised land. You know, like as a kid, like in video games, how like, you know, like, oh cool, we have to make the trek over here. It's kind of the same idea. Like LA is like where you're going, you know?
Yeah, it's the destination.
Exactly. Yeah. So like,
that's fair.
Can they still see us?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I know I glow in the dark.
No, you're beautiful.
So I was born in North Carolina. I moved here at 22. So
super fucking young.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I'm sure people have moved younger, but I definitely think 22 is an impressionable age for sure.
Yeah.
And that was in like March or April of 2014. So I'm coming up 5 years, which to me is so surreal because part of me feels like I'm kind of in the swing of things. I'm like in the motion and the pattern of how things are here, the pace of life. And I've met friends and people who I can, consider friends.
Yeah.
But then another part of me is like, I can like flip my brain and it's like, what am I doing in LA?
Yeah.
It's really weird. Like I'll fly home and I'm from a small town of like 20 some odd thousand. I mean, it wasn't like I was born in Chicago or New York or somewhere like that. So it was very much a cultural shock. Probably same for yourself too, coming from Ireland, correct?
20 to 30,000 people in Kilkenny. That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
It's not them, like, everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I would go to like a drugstore back home. We have Eckerd,
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's a drugstore. We didn't have CVS and Rite Aid when I lived there or Walgreens. And like, you could say hello to everyone by name.
Yeah.
Going on the aisles. Oh, excuse me, Sarah, let me just grab this, and then you come here and it's like your mind. I see like 1,000 people a day who I'll never see ever again.
Yeah.
Easy. And like, it just becomes a wash and it can be almost overwhelming, but I've been fortunate enough to make some friends and family out here. And, it's just a part of life, like you gotta you got to leave the nest.
I think like we went to Ireland last March, and I walked. I'm not talking shit on anybody. They're not as if they'll ever see this. Like, so, but I went down to the. I grew up in a tiny little village of like a very small. Like I don't know if there's less than. I don't know, less than 5,000. I can't even imagine there's 5,000 people there.
Yeah.
There's probably 2,000 people there. But I went to the bar where we used to go on the weekends, have the Guinness. Oh god, so fucking good. And we're sitting there, me and my brother and Ashley, and we're just drinking Guinness and having a good time talking about what. And then in walk all the guys that I went to school with.
In all the people who say that you wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
It's the same way when I visit.
And they're all lovely guys. They're all lovely
guys,
It's just like, it's terrifying. That scared me worse than anything.
It's monotonous. So, like it's anything in life has a risk factor, whether it's minuscule or big. There's a risk factor involved with anything. I mean, you moving from Ireland to America, let alone Los Angeles, there's a risk. But it's like I always told myself, I knew it like at 12, 13 years old that I wanted to try to be a rock star or more like a professional working musician. Let's be honest. And I knew that if I stayed in back home, that I would just end up working a whatever job, and like you can be unhappy no matter where you are, but it's like, hey, look, man, you got to jump and hope that your parachute opens. The
guy in the bank today said, he goes, I've always like gone online and looked for things that maybe I could do business on my own or something like that, but what if it doesn't work? And I was like, he literally says like, what if it doesn't work? And in my head I was like, I never once asked myself that question because I just went, fuck it, I'll do it.
Well, if you're standing there going, what if it doesn't work? Well, then it already has failed.
Yeah.
Just do it.
It's very weird.
Especially at this time in our lives, like none of us are married with children or have a mortgage. So there's less life responsibilities holding us back. So if there's ever a time to roll the dice, as they say, now's the time.
I figure like I'm super lucky as well because I'm getting married, but I'm also like, I'm marrying someone like me.
Yeah, so, exactly. Yeah,
so it's like, so it's not like, hey,
you married a good-looking Jimmy. I mean, you're good.
What can I say? What can I say? With a different haircut.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
But there's another that's another stroke of luck, I think, as well. Like,
dude, that's the epitome of stroke of luck.
Or like the guys that I do know that are reputable musicians that are married that obviously for a long time, they're like, you figured it out. That's because that's a big hurdle in life as well. Like,
absolutely, it's interesting pattern to set into. For sure.
It's fucking weird. Like, so, like I like just leaving family and friends alone is like a fucking problem.
It's hard. It really is. And as time goes on, and you visit home once a year, you realize time goes by.
Yeah,
and that's really the one that kind of pulls on your heartstrings is that you're like, time is it's a non-renewable resource.
Yeah,
and you realize that when you're gone for an extended amount of time. So it's tough, but. On a positive note, if you want to do anything in life, just go do it.
Let's try it. Fuck it.
You can be someone,
You'll probably fail, but don't worry about it.
But then we'll have you on the podcast because you'll have an interesting story of failure.
Was it the optimistic youth versus the I don't know,
the realistic old?
Yeah.
Not pessimistic, realistic.
Actually, I'm literally we're a generation apart because like apparently like according to scientists or whatever it is, like you go through a life cycle every 7 years. So I'm about 7 years older than you. Oh my god, he's 19.
So you're 17.
Shut up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, bad at math.
Yeah.
So you go through like a life cycle every 7 years, and I was like, that can't be true. And then I look back at my life and I'm going, oh wait, like your life totally fucking flips every few years. Like,
I've heard of that. Like your even like your taste buds, everything, like everything changes.
Everything changes. Like and you start getting pains in places you didn't know. Whatever. That's just been old, but it's true. Like but that's, I think the terrifying part is seeing people that never did the change or never fucking tried but also there mightn't be even a part in their head where they want to. And that also fucking terrifies me. Like there's because I literally sat down today, had a day off, like I said, and I was like, for once, I texted one of my friends earlier. He was one of my best friends, Bob, and I just texted him something really only he would understand about my life, and I was like going like basically, it's happening. That kind of like, I'm actually fucking happy today.
Yeah. You're appreciating the moment.
And I was like, wait a minute, don't get content. You're content.
Like, what is this fuckery?
Yeah. What is this like? I'm not worried today.
So you're like, I'm on to you. Yeah.
It's like, it's weird.
You're
so like
not today.
Yeah. And like you don't have to delve into anything, but like you even said when you got here, like the whole like depression and anxiety can really fucking get you.
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's you don't land on your feet. No one jumps and lands on their feet. I mean, you kind of you'll land, but you'll still like you jump out of you can't jump and you roll a little bit.
Yeah.
So I struggle with depression for sure, and I didn't know anyone. I mean, I knew it wasn't. Ozzy Osbourne isn't my uncle, so it wasn't like it was like, well, you know what? Instead of working at a grocery store, I'll just be a rock star. It makes more sense. No, I mean, it's just
I've already got long hair.
Yeah. Or I did, but
sell out.
Yeah, right. I know.
We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, but it's just it's I really gotta give a lot of credit to my father because I would always call him and he would help me keep my head straight. But I think it's because me and him are so alike. You know, like he didn't have a terrible amount of anything growing up either, and he owns restaurants and businesses now, and I'm really admire him and proud of him, because it's like, hey, like if you want something, just make it happen. I know it sounds really like, okay, yeah, just make it happen, but it's like, but just find a way to make happen. Be creative, because people who fail are the same people who never tried. But people who succeed, you have to try. You never know. I mean, but it was definitely hard, and music is why I'm still here. I did get lucky. I was here for about probably a year and a half, and then things started kind of what's the best way to put it? Like opportunities started kind of coming my way. But that's because I put myself in a position for them to happen. And it's the same reason that I moved to Los Angeles. I was putting myself in a position for opportunities to happen. Same reason you moved here from Ireland. That like opportunity isn't going around your apartment building going,
the fuck,
hey man, you want some of this? That's not the way it goes. It's that it's you go, okay, cool. Wow, a lot of my I would say music on my iPod, but like like if I open up my old CD book that had like all my CDs, I'm like,
have one.
Exactly, right? Good guy. Like I'm like, I remember I'd start going to like shows and events. I'm like, wait, everyone who I used to buy their records is at this bar
in this room.
I'm gonna come here this time next week. And I did go to the Musicians Institute.
Oh, cool.
When I first moved here, as kind of a means of a reason of being here, right? Because that way I'm like, hey, cool, and it did the whole student loans thing. But I was like, hey, man, like I put myself in a position that way. If lightning was going to strike, at least I'd be there to grab one bolt.
Yeah. You're putting yourself in the right.
Put myself in the right position because luck is 50%. The other 50% is being there ready for the luck.
I absolutely believe that.
Because, I mean, like I can't sit at home and go, all right, success come my way. It doesn't happen that way, So I started going out, and I met like Doug Pinnick from King's X, who's a dear friend of mine now.
That's awesome.
I mean, like I'll text him and just shoot the shit with him, and he opened up a lot of doors for me. And I met people like Doc Coyle and Tommy Vex, who did a lot for me as well. And just before I knew it, I said, man, I'm actually doing something. I remember calling my dad and saying, hey, like I think I need to drop out of school. And he said, hey, he was very supportive and really cool. And he said, look, man,
it's like, the fuck you will.
Like, yeah, right.
It's like Deadpool Society. You're going to be a doctor.
Yeah, right. But you can always go back to school. But if an opportunity comes, you have to take it.
Absolutely.
And here I am now, and I'm still looking for new opportunities and pushing forward. So anything, there's a little bit of I think you posted something about it on the internet. The strive, struggle, succeed.
It's just the slow. I have a tattoo on my belly. It's like strive, struggle, succeed, repeat until achieved.
Exactly. And that totally resonated with me. I saw that because it's totally true.
It's the only thing you've control over.
Exactly. You can't control fate. You can only control the amount of effort you're putting towards it to have an effect on it.
Yeah. It's funny, like literally the same story, but the timing, like you said, you were here for about a year and a half. Then things that the very first night I was here is when it happened for me.
You're like, dude, I ran into James Hetfield at 4 p.m.
No, actually, it was strangely enough. It was like I took a piss in a bar,
and
then fucking Migs Rascone from Cold Chamber took a piss beside me.
Migs, I love Migs.
I haven't talked to him in a while, but he took a piss next to me, and while we were both dick in hand, I was like, I have all your albums.
I was you're like, how's it going?
Yeah. I was like, oh, sweet down dick.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy fuck. And then I kind of got talking. He obviously thought I was a fucking weirdo because I was like, I don't know what the fuck. Very first night in Hollywood, dude. Like, very first night going out, got fucking shit faced as you do. Oops.
Yeah.
But that kind of probably helped me fucking say whatever. And then I like someone said like, oh, he has a side project band that needs a singer, and I'm just some fucking idiot. I was like, I'll be your fucking singer. You want me? I'm like going, and then heard nothing, and I was like, oh man, I'm a big dick. Like, I'm just a dickhead. And then he actually called me like 2 weeks later. He goes, oh hey bro, we'll try to do a song or something like that. And I sent him a message back, or talking back, goes, I'll have it ready in 20 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah.
And he was like, he just laughed at me and went, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll call you in a few days. He sent me music and then sat down. And 20 minutes later, I called him on, song's done.
Yeah.
And he's like,
check your email. Refresh.
He goes, you're fucking joking, right?
Is your internet working?
Yeah.
Connect the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Fucking your goddamn phone.
Well, it's funny because, I mean, like the same, it's exactly. It's like you put yourself in these situations where it's like this thing's floating by you.
Yeah.
You grab it or you don't.
Yeah.
And of course, like I'm not a rock star by any means. You know,
neither am I. Like,
we're just working musicians.
Yeah.
But you know, we're looking at things that we can use to better our career.
Absolutely.
And we're seizing opportunities, because I remember I kept running into Doug Pinnick over and over again. And
that's cool.
He was like, hey man, they're doing this like rock star jam at a bowling alley, Lucky Strike in Hollywood. You should come. I've seen you play there too, right? With Doc. Yeah.
And that's where I met Ashley as well.
Exactly.
And I played with Doc.
Yeah. And then so I went there and I'm like sitting at a table with like Doug Pinnick and Tom Morello. And I'm like, what is going on? You know?
So
and
cool.
Of course I'm like texting my friends like, hey guys, you know. And
that's so
I ran
funny.
into Doc and I was like, hey, you're Doc Coyle. And of course, like he knows who he is, you know. So I was like, hey, you're Doc. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
know what? I was just
hold on.
Go on.
And I was like, you should be playing here. And this is when I still drank. And I was like, you should be playing here too, man, because you're the fucking shit. And he's like, yeah, man, I wonder who puts this on. And I like snooped around to find out who the person who like coordinated everything was. And I gave the that person's email to Doc, and I was like, hey,
here you go.
If you get this, let me play with you.
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, I was playing Sad But True.
No
with
fucking
Doc,
way.
Mike Dupke, Tommy, and Marty O'Brien. I'm like, I just
worked.
weaseled my way in here
That's
so bad.
hilarious.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No. It's funny. Just because it was just a weird thing. Like the very, very first time, I was taking a piss in the Rainbow. Fuck, I've never gone to the Rainbow.
Yeah.
But the very first thing Doc Coyle ever said to me was, "Nice dick, dude." I was like, "Oh, what?" Because I was pissing.
I love Doc.
And he walks in, just stands beside me, goes, "Nice dick, dude." I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I was like, "Oh, it's that guy." I get, because it's like
the DOC.
Yeah, it's Doc Coyle.
I love Doc.
He's lovely.
Doc Coyle. We love you.
Love your podcast.
Yeah. He has an amazing podcast.
It's the best.
The X-Man.
Dude, it's the best.
I downloaded like 4 of his episodes. I've listened to every episode, every single one.
I have not missed one. Like, it's insane. 54.
Can we get some t-shirts, man?
Yeah, hook us up, bro.
I downloaded like 4 of them to listen to on my last flight from North Carolina back here.
Yeah.
And I just sat there with my head against a plastic wall, my eyes closed, just learning.
His lovely voice in your ear. I just like I'm a podcast junkie, so but the fact is, there's a weird thing of like, well, I know him. I played a song with him. He's always nice to me.
Yeah. And that's what's really cool is like, obviously, like we love listening to music, but I've recently really gotten into podcasts because it's like reading a book. I mean, you're learning. I mean, you're learning because a lot of his podcasts are with peers of mine or people who are, successors, right?
Yeah.
And I'm listening. I'm like, wow, that's really interesting. I never thought of that. Or I'm learning do's and don'ts or stuff like that. So it's really educational, especially in the music industry sense. And a lot of times I can relate to some struggles that some of the people who have, divulged on the podcast with them. So I mean, it's really cool, and I hope he keeps doing it.
No,
I love it
because he threatened a few podcasts ago to be like, well, we kind of got enough out of it, and it's not really because it's like ex-members. He goes, I feel like there's other things I need to maybe do. Or I was like, don't fucking stop this podcast.
Don't do it.
But then he did one with Blasco a few weeks ago.
That was great.
I fucking texted him. I was like, dude, that was a fucking powerful podcast. It was just really good.
Did you listen to the one with CC from Black Veil?
Yes.
Where he was talking about how he would like.
I was in Silver Lake. I remember where I was even.
Yeah, and I'm just like, man, this is amazing because like it's just. I think the best thing about Doc Coyle's podcast, the X-Men podcast, we're gonna keep plugging it. That way, people are like, "What is it?" X-Men podcast.
Give me a t-shirt, bro.
Doc Coyle. Is that it's inspiring because it's no matter whatever setback you're having, and because we all experience setbacks professionally and personally, is that what's relatable is that a lot of the people everyone on this podcast have had setbacks, and the reason that he's interviewing them is because they're friends of his and they're also successful now in some aspects. So it's inspiring. It really is, because I'm like, wow, like if this guy can do it, well, it motivates me to say, hey, Steven, pull up your pants. Let's go do it yourself.
You know? He said it was like, I can't remember who was on it. It was some old A&R guy from Roadrunner or something was on the last one. And he was just talking about like he's legit. I feel at least he's legit. Like he feels not lucky, like fortunate, humble about where because he goes, who the fuck gets a second chance at 37, let alone one chance? And he's like,
exactly.
I'm 37 years old. I got a second chance now to do all this again, and I don't want to fuck. I'm like going, dude, this is what people need to hear as well. Like, not
because I mean, if we're gonna count defeats and setbacks, I have to take off my shoes. You know what I mean? Because I'll be like, do. If I want to count my successes, I can do that with like one hand.
Yeah, that's about it.
You know, and that's the thing is too, is that like, you know, who gets a second chance? So it's inspiring. I love it.
That's great. I just like I think that's more because like when I started I trigger within. Well, I started like nearly 2 years ago now, and but the thing is, I wanted to do everything myself. So because I was in bands with people, and the too many cooks thing, like you said earlier, I wanted to be the cook and just
head chef Jimmy,
head chef. Other people can get involved, but I need to be the head chef, and as well as that, I'll just take care of everything. I'll pay for everything. You guys relax. And like when I asked the guys, I was lucky. Like pretty much the first people I asked to do all the parts for the band all said yes, and they're fucking phenomenal. But I noticed that like they'd like in conversations they'd like hint like that, like, oh yeah, but you're famous, or where I'm going, whoa, I can't. What? No, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I'm not at what? No, I know people, like that's about it. Like I'm not, and like
you still have to work very hard.
And it was weird. It's like, I mean,
there's no guarantee.
I was like, but I've tried to instill that then even with the guys that are in my band now. It's like, look, it doesn't matter who the fuck I am or who anyone is. Like the work still has to be done. You
still have to deliver a product,
and we still have to deliver a product. And you just said it a minute ago, 50% of that is luck as well. And I honest to God believe, like, look, I don't have an ego as such, like, because I'm better than everybody. But the fact of the matter is, I've said it earlier, you're a phenomenal guitar player.
Thanks, and you're a hell of a musician yourself.
Yeah, I'm pretty damn good at certain things. But you know what? That don't fucking matter, because I need the luck as well, and I need the fucking the right time and the right place and the lighting.
It's just one of the tools in your toolbox.
Yeah. That's it. Like so, and it's like figuring out the. Like you say, you mentioned the whiskey show, and then we did we did a different show, like
in Santa Ana,
Malone's. Yeah. And we did that, and I was like, after that show ended, it was like a Friday night, and I came home, and I woke up Saturday morning. I was sitting here. I was like, now what the fuck do I do? And then I got a call, and it was a guy who was like, hey, I'm an intern, finishing my intern at Artery Global Booking Agency.
Yeah.
My name is Jimmy. What's up, Jimmy? Shout out. And I know he listens to podcasts. And he's like, we're following it online, and we're seeing what you're doing, and you did a few shows. It looks amazing, blah, blah, blah. It's all very impressive, and we'd like to put you on a roster and book you some tours. I'm like,
do it.
How the fuck did this happen?
Move forward, dude.
I was like, what's going on? Like, so, but it's like, it had nothing to do with, hey, dude, you're famous, or you know Stephen Brewer. I was like, no, it's like, it's just like, yeah, I do, and he knows that guy, and I know this guy. It's like, it doesn't, like, I use people like, that sounds bad. I use people like you use like Doug from fucking King's, like just knowledge, fucking experience, kind of like, hey, I need to like.
It's symbiotic. Like it's not a parasitic relationship.
Sorry, I'm a dickhead. Popular. I did that. Oh, what the? Hello?
Yeah, I'm doing the Amazon delivery. Could you open the door for me, please?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Whoa.
I'm an asshole.
What just happened?
I'm here for a delivery.
Oh, did you order food or something?
No, absolutely not. I cook Brussels sprouts, bro. But what the fuck are we talking about?
Why did they call you?
Oh, because the front door buzzer it links to the phone.
Okay.
So if you call my apartment number from the front door, my phone rings and I can let you in.
Are they delivering food to you?
No, it's not food. It's just a delivery of some sort. I don't know. Fuck them. They're fine.
I wasn't like, hey, what can I get?
Why are you doing this to me? And we're back. I'll just have to chop these together.
Friends. We tried being friends.
Fuck.
We jinxed ourselves.
Yeah. You just had to go and say something that broke the internet.
Doc he's like, you guys like my podcast? Then
you guys like my podcast.
He's like, then why the fuck are you doing your own?
Yeah. Why the fuck you fool?
Because I'm about to ruin that shit.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Why have a podcast when you can listen to Doc Cole's podcast?
Yeah. Why you fools here?
Because he'll talk. Doc is the only person I know who can effectively talk in third person. He'd be like, why listen to this podcast when you listen to Doc Cole's podcast?
Well, when you have a name like Doc, like, so
yeah,
it's funny. Like, what the fuck were we talking about?
Well, before we got docked,
yeah.
I don't know. Ask me something. We'll start new.
Go back to when. So you got here, you met those guys. Mm-hmm. Can you run through the band thing, or you don't have to run through it?
Yeah, I mean, I joined Westfield at like the very end of 2015, and contributed a song to the record that Rennie Blythe sung on as well. And then I did a second record with Westfield that came out last year with when Sean Nichols joined on vocals, when Tommy went off to do Bad Wolves, and he's kicking ass. So hats off to him.
Yeah.
And
with Doc Coyle.
With Doc Coyle, yeah, those guys are killing it, man. And I'm happy for anyone's success, honestly. I mean, because it's again, like we're all in this together, you know. Yeah. So it's necessary for us to root for one another.
It's I don't know, because I talk to myself a lot. I'm like going, I get nothing out of other people failing. It doesn't work for me at all. So
it doesn't, and you know.
Here's and just to like the other side of it, I don't have to understand or like someone's success either. It's just like, you're doing it, dude.
Yeah,
or
hats off
he's doing it, or she's doing it. Just fucking do it. I need to know people are doing it. Otherwise, what's the fucking point?
It's inspiring. It's inspiring. And you know, all the guys in Bad Wolves are just crushing it right now. Yeah. So, and I'm friends with like I said, like John, Tommy, and Doc, and those guys, and they're doing awesome. And like you said, man, it's important to you know, acknowledge like your friends and your peer success, because it's inspiring. Yeah. You know, and at the end of the day, you get nothing out of wishing ill on someone.
No, it's just like.
It's just negative.
Unless someone
life's too short for that.
Has like a fucking disastrous fucking lesson learned that they can be like, hey, I'm going to tell you what not to fucking do, or probably you should watch it. I'm like, oh, cool, sick.
Yeah.
I'm glad you went through that. But I'm not happy for like, fuck yeah, you failed, you suck, your band is garbage or whatever.
Look, I think everyone should have an opportunity to succeed. I mean, like, I don't think you should be like, oh well, you'll never make it, or you guys will never make it, you suck. I think everyone should have the an opportunity to succeed. An opportunity, but of course, like, you know, have everything else has to fall in place too.
No, absolutely. So again,
I'm very much a live and let live kind of guy.
Yeah, and it's, again, just to reiterate, it's 50% luck or more probably. So it's just being prepared for when the opportunity strikes. And blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But so earlier, you said you released the Westfield thing and you raised like an insane amount of money.
We did. We did Kickstarter for that, and obviously that helped with like releasing the record and stuff.
And just got it out, and that was it. Like, so.
Just got it out, and you know, we were committed to releasing the record, you know, to our Kickstarter fans, and we got it out, and you know, now we're just kind of doing our thing.
Yeah. What else do you do? You said you do lessons and shit.
I teach. I teach on FaceTime. I teach on Skype. I teach in person.
Sick.
And it's awesome because I get to play guitar. I mean, you know, like I get to just play guitar. You know, so you can't beat that.
You just I'm not. Show me your bank account. I'm not trying to prove it, bro.
Yeah.
But, so like people from all over the world,
all over the country right now. I had one person in Australia contacted me. I'm like, I'd have to teach you like at 3 a.m. my time, and it was like a kid, and I felt really bad because he was like, I want to take lessons from you.
Come on, mate.
Yeah, he's like, I want to take lessons from you, but you know, I'm not home from school till this time. And I was like, hold on. So I went like to Google to see the time difference. I was like, your time, because it's like a young teenager. I'm like, I'd have to teach you like at 4 a.m. or something. I was like, you know, so right now I'm sticking to the USA or at least these time zones.
Well, time zones you can work.
Like I taught a guy yesterday in New Jersey. I have 2 lessons tomorrow. I have one with a guy in Oregon, and another person is in Nebraska.
Okay.
So it's cool. I'm thankful, man. It's cool. And you know, a lot of that's from like touring in bands and stuff like that, where people can't check you out, and then they find on social media that you teach.
Yeah, well, I saw your video. I don't know, it was like an EMG promo thing or something, or whatever you were doing, playing in front of your desk. Maybe it was an ESP thing or something.
That was me drinking coffee.
Oh, what the fuck?
That was me chilling. Yeah, that was just me just hanging around. Yeah.
I like, again, it's like if I was an asshole, part of my brain clicks on, I watch it, I'm like, fuck that guy.
No, that was me just hanging.
Shit.
Yeah.
Write me some riffs, motherfucker.
All right, let's do it, man. Let's rock and roll.
I just need some riffs.
All right.
I'll do the rest.
Riffs on riffs.
Yeah. Well, okay, so really important question. Why the fuck did you cut your hair?
Why did I cut my hair?
Because that's originally how I think an avenue of conversation opened up between me and you. Because friends on Facebook, not real life, people.
Yeah.
Internet is not real life. But you posted something about, like, I cut my hair. You used to have long hair, and then I was like, nah.
You're like, I'm gonna roast this guy on the internet.
Fuck him, sell out.
Yeah.
But I think that was our first probably interaction. But like,
it was because we had a lot of mutual friends. And we never really communicated much before then. And
no offense,
100% offended. I'm triggered.
Oh God,
I'm gonna coin that before you can. I got a haircut. Jimmy reached out to me, and here we are. So, guys, if you want to meet Jimmy, cut your hair, prove it, and you'll be
your metal.
You'll be sitting on his sofa in no time.
I'm like the least metal person I fucking
like
know.
at Fantastic Sam's, they have like a clipboard, like cut your hair now.
Is that a hairdressers or something?
It's like a chain. I don't know, like a fan or like what's the Lloyd's? Yeah. If you go to Floyd's barbershop this week only, cut your hair, prove it. You can come hang out with Jimmy.
Yeah, that's not going
to
for
happen. An afternoon. 1 hour of hanging with Jimmy.
What made you cut your hair?
I just needed to mix it up. I had the shaved sides long on top for a while, and yours looks a lot better than mine. It's just I wanted to mix it up.
That's hilarious.
I had long hair everywhere. Yeah. My mother had cancer. She's a survivor, by the way. So congrats to Kathy, awesome. Kicking ass. I love you.
Good job.
And I donated all my hair when she was diagnosed and go through her chemotherapy.
Oh wow.
And then I moved to California, and I was like, wait, everyone's a rock star looking person.
Yeah.
So I had to grow my hair back out, and all that stuff. And, I had long hair again for, I don't know, 3-4 years or whatever. Yeah. I just wanted to mix it up. Change is good. I'm a big believer in change. I think it's healthy.
No, because it's like, again, if I was an asshole, part of me is like, I'm looking at this motherfucker play guitar, and he cut his hair just to prove a point. Like, I don't need long hair. Fuck all you fools.
Yeah,
like,
right. Yeah.
You fucking asshole. Delete, block.
More like I cut my hair because I want to look better. I'll just burn out.
I know, dude. I've never had short hair, so I like.
Never.
Yeah, and there's like times I'll tie my hair back, and I'm like, oh, it kind of looks like I have short hair.
Yeah.
I wonder what.
I'd always have mine tied back too in a bun or something, but that's time to mix it up and. Who knows? I'll probably grow back out.
I'll take you back to 1994. A little album called Load. Inside cover.
96.
What?
Load was 96. Reload was 97. Garage Inc. was 98.
Son of a bitch.
S&M was 99.
Okay, well, when was Alice in Chains Unplugged?
I can Metallica you all day.
Oh, whatever. It was the time they showed up on Alice in Chains in my band. Oh, I met William Duvall.
Okay.
At NAMM. Like, it was so cool, and I never take pictures of anybody. And I saw him. I was like,
he took a photo with you.
He took a photo with me.
He's like Mike, Jerry, Sean.
He's welcome.
He's
that guy.
Like, guys, that's
just
Jimmy.
We'll leave it at that guy. But I remember when I so vividly remember that album cover came out. It was like the lava or whatever the fuck that shit is, and then you flip it on the inside, and it's 4 dudes with short hair and black dye in their beards, and there was fucking unholy war declared.
Which record?
Load, dude. What's up, Kev?
What's up, dude?
But that's when like they sold out, and I was like, because they cut their fucking hair.
All right.
I was like, are you out of your mind?
First off, so as you get older, your hair gets thinner. Okay, so like you don't want to be that.
Not me, but whatever.
you don't want to be that person that has like a skullet, like 4 strands of hair in your head. Just have dignity. That's what Kerry King, Scott Ian, all those good looking bald.
Just do yourself.
He's a good looking bald dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bald is good. I like bald.
Just have dignity, right?
Yeah.
The cat agrees.
Kevin, I'll shave you as well.
Right? So, because like Jason Newsted cut his hair.
Yeah.
Way before anyone else did. Then Lars cut his hair short. And then like Kirk had dreads for like a minute, like in early 90s. He did? Yeah. Like in 93, 94, he had dreads. Jason Newsted had short hair. Flying cats. And then James had a mullet. So like
I kind of dug the mullet area.
Yeah,
it was like the Justice era.
That was
the white Explorer and a mullet.
Yeah,
that was a bad fucking mullet as well.
That was an alpha male with the mullet. But you know what I'm trying to say. So like, it wasn't like they all went to the barbershop. All right, let's get a 4-for-1 deal.
Yeah,
because if you go through the pictures, and of course, like, I was born in 91, so
I was going to ask, when were you born?
Yeah, I need to like Stephen, how do you know all this?
Yeah.
Were you at every show on the Black Album tour?
You don't know what you're talking about, kid.
You don't know what you're talking about. Go listen to some kind of.
At least I was alive when the first album came out.
Exactly, man. Dude, I was there.
I was one.
I could feel the kick drum hit me in my chest.
Yeah, and the lack of bass, but whatever.
There's no. Yeah, but what I was gonna say is that. So like, if you go through all these photos, like, just slowly start cutting the hair or whatever.
Yeah,
I think they look cool. I don't give a shit. Like, honestly, I love 90s Metallica. I think 80% of Load is amazing. The thing is that in the mid to late 90s is when compact discs really became a thing, and you suddenly had like 80 minutes worth of music. So instead of having a tape where you'd have 8
flip the
10
fucking
songs,
sides.
yeah, like, hey guys, we can do 12 to 14. Boom.
Yeah.
So 80% of Load's amazing. I mean, just flawless, lean, no fat on it, just strong. And I love it. And they're working Bob Rock. That's the second with Bob Rock.
Yeah.
Reload. I like half of it.
I love Reload.
I think if you took Load and Reload and like you and I could both handpick our favorite songs,
you could get 12 songs
and make the greatest record ever.
Yeah.
Like, to me, The Unforgiven 2 is probably my top 3 favorite Metallica songs ever.
And they never play it.
Like, I put that beside Master of Puppets.
Oh,
like, if you asked me to name my top 3 Metallica songs, it'd be like probably like Puppets, Blackened, and Unforgiven 2.
Shit.
Yeah, like
all right.
I know, like, I'm not like, I'm like, to me that's amazing. And I actually was learning it the other day, and I'm like, this is fucking tasty.
Oh, it's so good.
And Load and Reload is I mean, they would have like parts in songs, and like obviously like on the early records, Ride, Puppets, Justice, and Black Album, where they would have like one guitar doing one, and then the other guitar is doing like a melody of some sort. But like Load is when they really started to have like 4 guitars just doing all different things.
Yeah.
And it would layer, and the audible difference it would make, like in the mix, is like, wow, this is huge.
Yeah, it's huge. It's a giant, really heavy blues rock.
It's not until the last chorus of Until It Sleeps that James and Kirk are playing the same thing in the chorus.
The best. That song is so good.
Oh, dude, yeah, and so good. So yeah, Until It Sleeps, Here of the Day. The House of Jack Bill, Outlaw Torn.
I'm gonna listen to that one.
I know, right? Yeah, because you come on that too, man. Like, so just so everyone's aware, Jimmy was avoiding my friendship. It wasn't I cut my hair and expressed my love for 90s Metallica. He's like, you know what? He's all right in my book.
No. That's it's weird. Like because I
had to prove myself.
Yeah. I was like, okay, you know stuff. Okay, you're cool.
Okay, all right, cool.
Oh, you can shred. Okay, cool.
Okay. You don't dislike Fuel. Okay, cool. Okay. But also, sonically speaking, I love the mix and production of Load, Reload, and Garage Inc. The covers record they did.
Amazing.
The mix is amazing.
I used to cover some of their cover songs.
Exactly. Like Turn the Page or Die My Darling.
Exactly. It was the best. 3 chords on repeat for fucking 2.5 minutes or whatever.
And the Tuesday's Gone, that was actually a radio performance.
I know, it's live.
Yeah.
You can hear it at the end. He goes,
"Hey,
like,
you guys ready? Hey, thanks,
yeah,
man. Thanks, man. Thanks, man."
He thanks Jerry Cantrell because Jerry Cantrell is
Jerry was there.
God damn it,
Jerry was there. It's amazing. If it was for Metallica, I wouldn't be in front of you.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like it is like they literally the gateway drug for metal. Like, so because that's like I remember. So on Monday nights on MTV, like there was 1 hour of metal every week on MTV in Europe, and it was called Super Rock. It was on Monday night.
That's European. Super Rock.
Super Rock.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's just so good. And it was on midnight on Mondays, so I had to fucking beg my mother, could I stay up? It's school. It's a school night.
Exactly.
And they'd only play like probably they play The Memory Remains.
Yeah.
Still to this day, probably my
favorite. The ending of that song is so creepy. Oh, so good.
So good. And they'd always play a Type O Negative song, and they'd always play Again by Alice in Chains. Like so good. And then some other songs like Biohazard, Tales from the Hot Side.
Yeah.
So that's how I got. And funnily enough, like I fucking ended up meeting Evan, the bass player, years later. And then he texted me a few times. I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's exactly like you said, like you're in a room full of guys. Like I grew up watching all these guys' music videos.
Take it in and seize the opportunity.
Yeah, I don't know what to even do with. Actually, a month ago, almost 6 weeks ago, it's just weird. Like things pop up on my phone, like you said, like Doyle from the Misfits. Text me, hey bro, what are you doing next Thursday? It's like, why the fuck is Doyle from the Misfits texting me? He goes, nothing, Doyle from the Misfits. What are you doing? He goes, I'm in LA in the whiskey. I wanted to put you on my guest list. Come to my show.
That's
I was like,
cool.
what is my life?
I've always heard he's a nice guy.
Dude, he's the fucking nicest guy I know. And he's built like a brick shit house.
Yeah,
it's insane. Like, so like I'm just saying.
We should work out with that guy.
He would work us out probably.
Yeah.
Like, he just bench press both us, but it's
he would throw me like a javelin.
It's absurd. But I did go to see him, and he's like a mountain on stage. It's absurd. And it's fun. It's like, but it's the same thing.
It's humbling, man. It's cool. Like you gotta be appreciative of your successes, but say, hey, look, man, this is proof that if you put hard work into it, that things are achievable. So it's humbling, man. Like like I said, I went out to granted, we both work in the music industry. I went out to meet Geddy Lee like Tuesday night.
Oh, for real? Oh,
yeah.
I just thought you were fucking shitting.
No, I wasn't fucking shitting you.
Oh, okay.
I remember I've seen Rush like 4 or 5 times live. Like they're one of my all-time favorite bands, and Geddy Lee. I mean, these guys are older. I mean, it's not like
what?
the thing, okay, let me back up. So someone like Gene Simmons, he does like a public appearance like once a week. And I'm not knocking him, but I feel like some people are more accessible.
Yeah. And
then some people are like, what, Geddy Lee's doing a signing at Book Soup in West Hollywood because he just released a book about bass guitar. I'm fucking
Of course
in.
he did.
Yeah. So I'm like, I met Geddy Lee, and I even got a friend of mine, Marty O'Brien, who plays bass for Lita Ford. He couldn't be there, and he's a huge Rush fan.
Holy shit.
So I got him a book signed by Geddy that says, "Hi, Marty, Geddy."
No way.
Yes way.
Okay, so,
yeah. So I mean, like, the thing is like the great thing about music is that at the end of the day, we're all fans. That's why we're doing it. So that's why you and I get all giddy about like meeting our heroes, or even if we're fortunate to befriend them and hang out with them and go eat Thai food with them or whatever.
Yeah.
It's humbling. It's refreshing. It reminds us why we do it, and it just puts more fire in our ass.
Yeah, it's weird. I
even your heroes are like, like when James Hetfield sees, Ozzy walk in, I'm sure he's like, hey, yeah, that's Ozzy. But jokes aside, like, I know he's like, man, no, that's fucking Ozzy.
I literally was going to say, and when Ozzy sees Paul McCartney, he fucking freaks out. Like,
exactly.
It's so who does Paul McCartney freak out? Is the problem? Like,
Paul McCartney sees Jesus. He's like, he's like, okay.
He goes, do you know who I am?
Yeah. That's what Jesus says to him.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing. It's like it's weird that everybody has someone that's they have a higher opinion.
The thing is because music is so therapeutic and it heals people in that sense is the reason why people commit to it. It's why people it's a generation thing. While people have passed on the torch from like the Black Sabbaths to the Metallica, the Megadeths, to the people of the 90s, to the 2000s bands, to the Kill Switches and the Corns, and to another generation, and then you and I, because it's like, hey man, this is what it did for us. It kept us alive. It's still keeping us alive, and it saved our lives. We think you should have it too. It's therapeutic. It's all a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's
all about love, man.
I don't want to say drugs, but it's kind of like drugs, because you're like, I found something that makes me. I don't have any withdrawals from it as such. Like, as in, I don't feel unhealthy if I'm not singing all the time. But like, when I do get it, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm high as fuck. This is amazing. This is the greatest thing in the entire world. Fuck. And then
might just be the coffee.
It just might be.
Probably the coffee.
It might be too much coffee.
But Jimmy makes a meat. What was this?
It's just fucking dark
espresso
roast or some beans. Yeah,
he took some coffee beans and put them in his mouth.
I mean,
like the mama bird.
Spit it out. I have the poop coffee. You know what this is?
Oh, it's like they eat the coffee ground. They poop it out.
I have it.
Is that healthy?
I don't know, but it tastes really weird.
Does it taste shitty?
No.
Yeah.
It tastes really acidic. It's weird, like so, but it's just like I don't know. And it's like it's foxes that eat beans and then they poop out the beans because it's undigestible, and then they pick up the beans and it's shit coffee, literally.
You got to think who. The first person is like, hey man, that animal just shit out some coffee beans because he didn't want it. His stomach said no.
Yeah, I don't.
Hold on. That's fucking good, man.
This tastes good.
Who needs Mountain Dew when you have Fox Turd Coffee Brew?
It's kind of what it's called. Fox Turd Coffee.
Right? But I mean, you got to think of some people who is like, hey, man, I wonder if that's going to perk me up.
You know what? It's either that or some super hipster like in Silver Lake was like, hey, we're going to get a fox to eat some coffee beans, let him shit it out. We're going to package it and say it's a special fucking, because that's some crazy fucking idea someone came up with. Package it and say it's $100. It's $1 a gram. So each little.
Is it really?
Each fucking tin is 100 grams.
Wow.
It was a gift. I'm not spending $100 on a fucking
crazy.
small can of
My
coffee.
favorite coffee is the kind you get like at a truck stop in Iowa, like at 5 a.m.
Yeah, when you need it.
That's been sitting there since 5 p.m.
Yeah. I'm like
I'm a Maxwell House Folgers kind of guy. Really? Dude, I come here and people are like, check out this coffee will take you on a journey.
I didn't even know Maxwell House was here. Really? I grew up on that shit.
You gotta look for it.
Yeah, I grew up on that shit. I didn't know about like real coffee until I was in my 20s. So
to me, the shittier the coffee, the better.
No, you're out of your fucking mind. Not now.
Because if you can run on shitty coffee, when you get the delicacy of good coffee,
yeah,
your world is made.
Dude, I wake up every day happy I get to drink good coffee. Like so,
no,
but there is.
I'm gonna come here more often.
Dude. Like, there's no better feeling than like 5 a.m. somewhere, God knows where, at a truck stop, and you need that cup of coffee, and you don't care how bad it is, you're going to drink it because it's just like
when you drink it, and you're like, I can feel my ears, the hair growing.
Yeah. Why is my skin crawling?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is weird.
Yeah,
okay, only 200 more miles. Let's go.
Only 400 more miles to El Paso.
Yeah.
We've all been there, man.
Playing there in April. Anyway, but
he is.
Hasn't been announced yet.
Yeah.
No, it's funny. Like, so you enjoy touring and stuff, right? Like, because there's a lot.
I like traveling, man. Yeah. I think you can learn a lot from touring. I mean, let's be honest. Touring is always glamorous. There's definitely tour blues. There's woes. You can be cold, hungry, and lonely, and broke, and all the between, or all the above. But I think there's something to gain from it. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to tour the country a couple times now, or a few times, and it's an experience. There's a lot to learn, and I think, I was always told this. There's an old saying that like never trust someone who's never left their hometown.
Oh fuck yeah!
Because they don't know how the world is,
dude. It's crazy.
I think it's cool. I love touring. I love meeting new people. Even if it's something that I'm like, well, don't want to do that again. I'm glad I at least saw it. Yeah. So I like touring. It's cool.
There was I've mentioned this before. I lived in Denver for a year. I had a band there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Denver's a small town. It's a city, but it's a small
Denver,
town.
Colorado?
Denver, Colorado.
That's not a small town.
It's a small fucking town. Once you live there,
you say small town. I'm thinking of one stoplight, McDonald's.
Nah. Once you live there and you're in the community,
I've been to Denver. That's like a metropolis.
Nah, it's an awesome city. That's not what I'm saying.
That's like me saying Jacksonville, Florida is a small town.
I don't know what
it's the 7th biggest city in the country.
It's a small town. It's got that small
allegedly.
Town the community,
the village of Denver.
Yeah, the village of Denver is like the community of it. Once you're in it and you live there, you pretty much you will know everybody.
You burn out
real quick. Like so, shit. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but so this guy came up to me, goes, "Oh man, what's it like moving from where you're from to here?" And blah blah. He's my age. He was my age at the time. I was like, "Oh, it's just do it." Again, I don't ask myself these questions. He goes, "Yeah, man, I've never left the state of Colorado." And he goes, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
So, you're like 30, dude.
Do you remember the like cartoon movie when we were kids called like The Land Before Time?
Is that the dinosaur one?
Yeah, the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And they're like,
the dinosaur.
What's over there? That's mysterious beyond.
Yeah.
You know, like
you don't go there.
You don't go over there, boy.
Yeah.
Littlefoot, you stay your ass right here. You eat that fucking leaf.
Yeah. You like that leaf?
You like that leaf, man?
Yeah. That's all we got.
Yeah. I don't care if there's leaves over there.
Yeah.
It's the same idea. It's like here's the thing. When you travel, you move, and you experience new places. It makes you thankful for what you have. It makes you thankful for what home is, whatever that entails. However far away it is, it puts on perspective. When I first left North Carolina, I hated it. I'm like, I'm never coming back. And now I'm like, you know what? Sanford, North Carolina, that's where I'm from, is not that bad. It's humbling. You go home, it's very personable, because it's your home. No matter what you do, it's your home, and it shows you the pros and cons.
Yeah,
it really does.
That was actually the very, very first place I ever traveled to in America. It was Raleigh, Durham in North
Raleigh.
Yeah.
Oh man,
in 2009. Like so, that's the first. I flew to New York, then then got the connecting flight to Raleigh. And then got picked up.
Small airport.
I can't remember. It was 10 years ago.
Small.
Yeah. I got picked up and I went to a truck stop outside the airport. I was like, "Oh my god, this is America!"
Did you get some grits?
Disgusting.
Man, they're amazing.
It was a dodgy truck stop. There's like knives and shit, and like the truck guys are eating at the diner at the bar there. And, like,
did they all have like camouflage hats?
Yes. And then I was like, I was way too over enthusiastic. Like, so on Mark, who picked me up, He was like, hey, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Did you have all your tattoos and stuff already?
Oh, yeah, a lot of them, like so neck tattoo and all this shit.
Am I allowed to go take a piss real quick?
Do whatever you want.
You're like cat's water bowls. Like, he has a cat's water bowl that like it's like the running water, and I've just chugged bottles of water. So
I'll grab another bottle.
Yeah.
So I'll keep talking. There's 4 people watching.
They're like, don't do it. Can I use this one? Is this cool?
Yeah, no, use that one. Yeah, the jungle. Nah, you're fine. You just have to sit down when you pee. That's all. So, but yeah, it was weird. It was fucking got here, and it was like this weird truck stop with like knives and fucking weird posters and American stuff and like trucker guys with trucker hats eating grits and fucking just America. And then Mark comes over, tips me on the arm. He goes, hey, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And I was like, why? And I look around and there's literally like, there's like a diner bar with like about 10 people on it. And they just all stop eating their food, and they're just staring at me, like kind of going like, you don't belong around here, boy, do you? So it was fucking weird. Like, it was great. Fucking grits. Disgusting. Don't like that shit at all. But yeah, no, weird. America's a weird place. I love it though. North Carolina, down south. Oh, there's Kevin. This is a weird mishmash podcast of unorganized stuff and people delivering stuff to my front door as usual. But yeah, and what did I do? And then I went and recorded an album, and then fucking decided I loved America and just fucking moved here. It was great. That's pretty much it. And Kevin is now my guest on the fucking chair, which is hilarious. There are 4 people watching. If anyone has any questions, please put them in the fucking thing. Kevin took over.
Replaced.
Yeah, I know. You've been, well,
It's all good.
sadly, you've been replaced.
Kevin, I'll sit with you, buddy. Here, you can sit on my lap.
You're like, okay.
He's like, okay.
But.
Look, guys. Cool. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
here we are. What do you want to talk? I mean, I don't know. How long do you at least go?
I don't care. A half hour, 2 hours, 10 hours. I don't give a shit.
All right.
Like, so, but we talked about Dream Theater.
Traveling.
Yeah. Well, yeah, traveling as well.
Yeah.
Like, so, but who do you listen to for music, like guitar wise? Because I mentioned Dream Theater earlier, and you were like,
oh man, I love Dream Theater. Wow. Like, who are my favorite guitar players?
Yeah.
Randy Rhoads, Alex Lifeson from Rush.
Yeah. Okay. I was
criminally underrated. Kirk Hammett. I like Jakey Lee a lot. I like Matt and Corey from Trivium. They're great guitarists too.
They're fucking super. Well, they were super young when they started.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the band that's been very inspirational to me as well.
Yeah.
I love like all the 8 like Iron Maiden. To me, that's where like I learned about like harmonies.
Yeah.
Jakey Lee, who played for Ozzy for quite some time. He man, I just go on and on.
Yeah. so it's nerd guitar players, like so.
Well, yeah, but also I like songwriters too, because I mean, I'm not the best guitarist in the world by any means, but I think it's important to have some chops. Obviously, you be proficient in your instrument, but also like I love songwriters. Like I love Jerry Cantrell.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I have an Alice in Chains tattoo. I mean, like I
really?
love Alice. Yeah.
I'm looking around.
Yeah. But you know, I love Jerry Cantrell's playing, and James Hetfield. I mean, he's a songwriter. You know, like
saw him last week.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at the thing for Chris Cornell.
Fucking so good.
So you see what I'm trying to say? So like to me, like there's so much to guitar playing rather than wanking and playing like scales at 300 BPM.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a time and place for everything. That should be a tool in your toolbox. But I like songwriters too.
That's why I'm not to go back to the Metallica thing. That's why I enjoyed those 2 albums so much that it was just like a total transition. Dude, they're just fucking great. Like so, and again, like covering the songs like Tuesday's Gone. Like they're fucking just turn the page song. Like that's so fucking good.
That's Bob Seger song,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. And I never listened to it before, so then I went and listened to Bob Seger's, and I was like, Metallica's is better. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's like what Johnny Cash did to the night. Like he took Trent Reznor's song.
Dude,
he's like, "Hurt, I'll take one of those."
Knocking on Heaven's Door, Guns N' Roses. I don't like Guns N' Roses particularly.
Slash is a great guitarist as well.
Yeah, but that they did like Knocking on Heaven's Door, and it's way better than fucking Kevin. God damn it, dude.
Yeah. So I mean, I like all that stuff too, and I like classical music a lot.
Yeah.
I studied classical for quite some time back in North Carolina, and so I like a lot of that stuff too. I think, especially like, hey, buddy, you know, does he do this for everyone?
I don't know. This is weird. This is a new one.
Is he like on the mic?
You're not getting interviewed, Kev.
No, he's like, no questions. My client. So This is amazing. This is why we can't have nice things.
He's got fuckface on him. You may pull that mic back because I can't hear you now.
Yeah. Sorry, dude.
You're good.
So like, I love classical music because if you listen to a lot of that, I love extreme metal. Like I love black metal. I love Cradle of Filth.
Yeah.
I have a history with them, and I love Demi Borgir.
What did you mention earlier about those guys? You toured with them or something?
I did not tour with them. I was going to.
Like in a support band or
no, like play guitar for them.
Oh shit!
Yeah, there was I don't know if you remember, back in 2013 they had a North American tour. It was like them, the Agonists,
and they couldn't get visas.
There were some complications on their side. At the time I was befriended, and I still consider him a pal of mine, Paul Allender, who was playing guitar for the band. And I remember he was like, "Hey, you know any Cradle songs?" I was like, "Yeah, man. Like Cthulhu Dawn, Dusk and Her Embrace. Like, what you want to play?" Yeah. He's like, "You do anything next year?" And I had no experience because I mean, Westfield has been my first real professional band.
Yeah.
I was 21 or 22.
Yeah. Again, super young.
Super young. Still lived in North Carolina at the time. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. And the guys who are in the band right now, Richard Shaw and Ashok, they're phenomenal musicians and buddies of mine, and I'm still very close with everyone in the band. So,
Incredible.
Yeah. So I mean, it's you know, hey, it's an opportunity that didn't quite pan out, but those guys have written some incredible music with the band. So as a fan, I'm happy that those are the guys. Yeah. They're friends of mine and monster players, great musicians, and I couldn't be happier to be supporting them.
Dude,
so yeah. So hey, you know, but that's the way it goes. Like, you know, if you and I took out a pen and paper and wrote out the shoulda, coulda, woulda happened.
Oh yeah, I shoot myself. I'll tell you something after this.
Exactly. So hey, but like I said, you know, I was going to do a tour for Cradle of Filth in 2013, and this didn't quite pan out. But hey, love those guys. We're also buddies, and I'm always here to.
Dude,
play a couple of riffs if they need me.
I absolutely.
I love them and support them.
Yeah. And they're a fucking good band as well. Like, so I'll tell you. I want to tell you a story after, because if I tell this story and like people hear it, they'll be like, "You're full of shit." So
like, you're gonna sing for the Jackson 5?
Yeah. Damn it! Shut up.
Yeah. Right.
It's like, God damn it, Michael. I love Michael Jackson as well. It's the best. Like so,
but you know, and there's been that and other opportunities, and I'm sure you know you could go in any club or bar and anyone can be like, let me tell you something shoulda, coulda, woulda happened.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
You ever been in a Rainbow?
Yeah. But, you know, I love black metal. I mean, I love the extreme shit. My girlfriend, she doesn't, metal isn't her forte at all.
Yeah.
And one of my friends was like, what does Stephen play in the car? And she was like, all he plays is Cradle of Filth and shit like that. And they're like, you couldn't play her like Korn or something, like something a little more, something a little more to ease her in. I'm just like, I love extreme metal. I love No Doubt. I love Smashing Pumpkins. I love it all, man.
I got my Christmas present from Ashley, and I literally it was the greatest present I've ever got.
Mm-hmm.
Tickets to see Celine Dion in Vegas.
Dude.
I fucking love Celine Dion.
That's amazing.
Are
we live right now? I hope everyone knows this.
That's the part I'm not embarrassed about. It's just
what's your favorite song
of hers? Dude, the best song she's ever released, I don't want to say written because she hasn't written any more songs, was the
Secrets Out.
It was literally the last single she released. It was for Deadpool 2. It's called Ashes, and it's got the biggest chorus I've ever heard. It's so big that it only happens twice in the song. That's how big the fucking chorus is. They're like, we don't need to do it a third time. Fuck you guys.
Like, bridge? Nah.
Yeah. No bridge either, dude.
Drop chorus?
Nothing.
Nah. Intro? Nah. Outro? Nah.
Slightly extended second chorus, yeah, and that's it.
Like,
song's over.
4 more bars, we're done.
Yeah. Fuck
Gold.
this. You got to pay me more.
Good.
Yeah. Done.
Yeah.
No. Check mark 100 underline whatever. It's fucking.
I'm not too knowledgeable on Celine Dion's catalog. I think the only thing I'm aware of is her Titanic.
Oh no, that's a good one as well. That's a pretty damn good one.
I mean, I can relate because your heart's gonna go on no matter what.
Oh God.
You know,
that's good. I like that.
I'm like, Celine, you make a very valid point.
I'm sure whoever wrote this feels the same way. I don't know.
I'm like, I concur.
Yeah. She's like the epitome.
Everything day by day, man. I'm just playing guitar, writing some songs for me because I enjoy writing music, and I'm just taking things day by day, and I'm looking at some other possible possibilities. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it makes
perfect sense. I'm just, taking things one day at a time.
Yeah, and
you're playing guitar and someone wants me to play guitar with them, I'm happy to. But
or teach them.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm just kind of doing my thing. Living life.
All right.
It's the way to be. Live life, love life.
One day at a time, one step at a time.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. Whatever else those
yeah.
Famous proverbs are.
Yeah. It's like, do we just walk into a Hallmark? Live life and love. Is that what they say?
Take one breath at a time. I was like, what? What?
As opposed to multiple.
Yeah.
breaths at a time?
That's a panic attack, motherfucker. Yeah. So where can people?
They have like plastic bags beside
it. Yeah. No, it means you're dying. So don't do that. Like, so where can people find you? I'll tag everything as well. Like, so
I'm on everything. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter now. I'm working on that, and then I also have StephenBrewerMusic.com.
Shit.
Yeah.
Is there any fancy music videos of you shredding on that thing?
Yeah, YouTube.
Cool.
Or you can check out any of the bands I played with. So just type me in on YouTube or something. You'll find me. Or,
I'm not going to do it because it upsets me when I see it.
Jimmy personally is going to do it right now.
No.
But yeah, man. I mean, I'm everywhere and I'm try to be approachable and reachable. So yeah.
Approachable. I like to say that I'm not approachable. So.
Guys, Jimmy, don't let his tattoos fool you. He's a nice guy.
I was to prison once. It was a day trip for school, but whatever.
Right.
Shut up.
The only prison you went to was a Monopoly.
Yeah. Oh, man. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Yeah. You remember when tattoos meant that you were like a hard ass?
Yeah, I had that conversation with the guy in the bank today.
And I know you. I'm I feel like compared to you, I'm like covered. I have full sleeves.
You're fine.
But like I feel like I remember when I was like 8. I didn't get any tattoos until I was like 20 or something. Yeah. And I remember I was like, man, I'm gonna get a tattoo. I'm like, cool.
I'm tough.
And then nowadays I see like a 16-year-old with like Xanax tattooed on his forehead. And I'm like,
do you listen to any of that shit?
No.
It's
does someone have that tattooed? I was just making a joke. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a guy called. Oh, I don't know if he has that. There's I go down rabbit holes on YouTube and I'll find one.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a guy called Little Xanax or Little.
No,
X
really?
I
was making a joke.
Oh yeah, no, I'm dead serious. I don't pretend to know any of the songs.
Yeah.
But there's a kid called Little Xanax or Mr. Xanax or whatever the fuck his name is, and they're all the same with the tattoos on the face and shit. Maybe he probably has Xanax.
Well, hey, best of luck to him. Yeah.
But there's like 50 of them because you can go down the rabbit hole, and I sound so cool right now. Takeshi 69, that's a guy, right?
Is that a person?
Yeah, I guess so. Apparently he's in prison because he didn't pay his taxes or raped some chick or whatever the fuck it is.
Whoa, okay.
Hey, whatever. You do you, fool.
Actually, no, don't do that.
No, don't do that.
That affects other people.
Yeah, you go to prison for that shit. But it's just like it's the one. Like I love boy band music. I don't give a fuck. I love Backstreet Boys, Celine Dion.
They don't have any tattoos, do they? AJ does.
Hell yeah, they do.
AJ
you
does.
even said their name, dork.
Yeah. My girlfriend loves Backstreet Boys.
Dude, they're fucking shit. Like so, but anything like from that to like Dying Fetus, like I like it all, but I cannot get my head around the SoundCloud rapper thing. Like so, it makes no fucking sense, and you look crazy. Like so, not like tattoos are. I don't know. Like I grew up old school. Like the guy that tattooed me when I was younger was like, you're not, basically like he won't tattoo you below the elbow if you have none. Because he's like, no, you haven't earned it.
I'm not ruining your life.
Yeah, exactly that. Like so, and even
same guy that tattoos me, Taku. He's like, I'm not gonna tattoo like, cocksucker on your face.
Yeah, that's probably a bad idea.
Like, But I remember as a kid, like, my parents like never get tattoos, and now they're like, that's kind of cool. Because if we got tattoos when we were kids, we'd have a bunch of like
dumb shit,
Dragon Ball Z and Star Wars tattoos.
Pokemon's cool, right?
Yeah, we'll get some of those too. But nowadays, like I remember as a kid, if you had a tattoo, you're like a pirate. You've been to prison.
Yeah, you've been to prison.
You're a hard ass. You're a biker. I'm like, man, that guy's cool.
Yeah.
Now you go by like a high school and some kid has like his knuckles tattooed and it says like badass.
Yeah,
I can't compete anymore.
No,
I'm getting too old for this.
I don't pretend to understand. So that's my thing. It's just.
But hey, to each their own. I mean, like I said, I'm a live and let live kind of guy.
Yeah.
To each their own, man.
Do whatever you want, except SoundCloud rapping or whatever the hell that genre of music's called.
Why are they called SoundCloud rappers?
I think because the main guys blew up on SoundCloud first. They independent,
and it's like super raw stuff. I think Mitch was showing me a long time ago, like some SoundCloud rapper stuff, and it's like it wasn't mixed. Like it was really raw. Like it sounded like someone with like their like a Radio Shack microphone 9 times out of 10.
But you can't understand the word they're saying. Everyone says that about metal. Like they're like, oh, I can't understand what they're singing about. Anyway, I'm like, you can though if you listen and you can make out things. And At least there's some substance to it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an old fart that just doesn't. I like Celine Dion. Give me a fucking break. But like, I just can't make head nor fucking tail of it. And
I think it's interesting because, like you said, it's really raw. Like it's very unpolished, you know. But it's kind of like, I guess, like the black metal, like the raw. Yeah. You know, like, who are we? Hey, hats off to you, SoundCloud rappers. Keep on.
Hey, they're making billions of dollars.
They're making more than you and me.
And they're fucking making way more. They're making more than everyone in this fucking block. Like, it's just, it's fucking. Maybe I should get Xanax tattooed on my face. Never mind. Fuck this podcast. Fuck music. Fuck metal. Fuck everything. Fuck all you people listening.
The best to everyone, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, all that shit as well. But that's my first
positive enforcement, man.
And my first SoundCloud rapper song. Just fuck all y'all. That's it. I can keep talking about nothing, but like, you can come back anytime you fucking want.
All right, man.
You're allowed in my house.
Let's go get some food.
Yeah,
right?
No shit. I actually have Brussels sprouts waiting for me. So StephenBrewerMusic.com?
StephenBrewerMusic.com.
I will put the link in the thing below. And if you're just listening,
Brewer on anything, I mean, YouTube, Stephen Brewer Music. I think Twitter's the same. Facebook's the same. I think Instagram is just me, Stephen Brewer.
Just you by yourself.
Well, just look for a guy with some tattoos and a black shirt.
I'll link it. So vague.
Yeah. Like, really? It's 2019?
Yeah.
That really narrows it down.
Yeah. That's only like about 400 million people in LA alone.
Right.
Okay, so thanks for coming over. Anything you want. Like, I don't care. Like, it's me just mumbling away to you, or you mumbling away back to me. So anytime you want to come over, come play with the cats.
They like me.
Write me some fucking riffs. You're working with Mitch Marlowe as well sometimes?
He's a friend of mine.
Oh shit, yeah. That's who's doing my new single. So.
Yeah, he's great, man. I worked with him some time ago, but he's a great dude. And he's really good. He's a great producer. Mitch is good. Dude.
I can't remember what, like, the next single I'm releasing. Hello, Stephen, other Stephen. I wrote it like roughly here. And I'm not like super proficient guitar player at all. And I brought it to him, and he just helped transform it into like something. Dude, that's your ass.
Yeah.
Come on.
And he's worked with a lot of people. I know he's done obviously the Newsday stuff, and I think Papa Roach as well.
Yeah,
in this moment.
He's done In This Moment.
He's working with Monkey on some cool stuff.
It's fucking nuts. Like, so,
and he's from North Carolina, so
he is a good Southern boy.
Got support. Yeah, he's a good dude. I like Mitch.
He likes Harley Davidsons and writing riffs. That's about it. Like, so
that is metal.
Yes. Anyway, on that note, go follow Stephen Brewer. Look up his website, all that shit. Keep tuning into Triggerman podcast. Maybe you'll come back. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking talk about whatever the fuck. I don't care. I will have to edit this podcast to make it all one piece now.
Yeah, right.
But that's all good. That's it. I don't know how to ever end this as usual. So I'm just going to say thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
My cats really like you.
They do.
That's it. Everyone watching, listening. This is the Triggerman podcast.
Peace.
That's funny. That's my sign out, bro.
Edit this shit out of that, right?
Nah, I'll do it.
No.
I
Nothing left but remnants of the hatred that is now that.